Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, I think this is a meeting we're going to call to order for the Taneytown Ethics Commission. And the purpose of this meeting is for the Ethics Commission members to review the candidate forms for the upcoming City Council election. There are three seats up for election, and we have four candidates that filed the packages in time in the deadline required. The packages consist of three separate forms. The first form is something you don't review. It is their declaration to run for office, and they sign it and say that they're over 18 and things like that. That goes to the election board. The second two pieces you do review, and those have been distributed to you in advance, and you've gotten to look at them. And that is the financial disclosure forms, which is required by our ethics ordinance. And those forms are the ones where the candidate has to declare a variety of information, including their job, their income, and any dealings that they may have in businesses that do business with the town, similar to what the current elected officials and appointed officials do. The other form that you have to review is campaign finance reports. Taneytown has a campaign finance law, and so any of the candidates, they have to fill out a report regardless of what they do, and they have basically two options. They can self-finance, self-fund their candidate, and in which case they are limited to $500 of what they can spend, and they can't accept any donations. And the alternative is they can have a normal campaign where they can accept contributions from other people, and the donations that they receive are limited. There's an amount that they can receive per person, but the total aggregate amount is unlimited, and then they can make expenditures off of that. Regardless of which way they go, they have to fill out the same schedules that show what their expenditures are. And then if they are self-funding, they show how much they of their money they spent. If they are contribution funding, they have to have a separate bank account, and then they have to show all the contributions that came in. So it's my understanding that all of the candidates, the four of them, submitted these paperwork to Clara, our clerk, and you had a chance to review them. So it's up to you of how you'd like to proceed. Um, the ultimate goal is that if there are errors or questions, that they are returned to the candidate and they have a certain amount of time in days, not in weeks, to fix this. And then you certify eventually that they are correct. And then that goes to the Board of Elections, and the Board of Elections then says they are certified candidates. So that's our process at this point. So without any questions, um, you have the four reports. Do you just want to pick one and say if you had any issues with it? And Claire will take notes and then inform the candidate of what needs to be fixed.
Well, if this works for everybody else, since I'm the first one to jump on the mic here, um, Miss Cooks was like nothing done. I mean, she didn't check any of the boxes where yes or no. I mean, that's a simple process. It's either a yes or a no. So basically, she needs to complete that report to me. I know Steve said he had seen some other things, and I unfortunately only got a really cursory glance through them because of time constraints today. And but I'll get a
Mhm.
chance later tonight to really look over them, and if I see anything else, I'll note it. But that was the major glaring thing that I saw.
Right. And the report, Clara, that commissioner's talking about is the financial disclosure statement. She filled out page one of that and signed it, but she didn't fill out any yeses, nos, anything else. And so she needs to go through and at least check the top boxes. If there are any yeses, she needs to fill out the forms that are part of that. Okay, so was there any other issues with Ms. Cooks? Okay.
Steve, yeah, I think you need to turn your mic on, buddy.
Sorry, guys. I didn't get a chance to look at Ms. Cooks because we convened a little bit sooner than I had planned. But definitely, she indicates that her residence is at 314 Clubside Drive, but there's nothing on Schedule C whatsoever. So I mean, I would assume I don't think we have any renters here in Carol Vista. I think everybody's an owner. So I mean, not only a yes or a no, but she's got a complete Schedule C.
Correct.
And then, well, Schedule H. If on Schedule C you listed a financial entity that did business with the city, I think she has her account at New Windsor State Bank. So
Right.
that ought to be disclosed on the
Line
on this
unmuted.
Okay.
And I think that's and for whatever it's worth, a certificate of nomination for the office of council member in paragraph 2, under the penalties of perjury, I hereby state that at least 21 years of age, being born on October of 17 or 13. I don't know about that.
Right. So she needs to complete that fully too.
Yeah, I mean but outside of that, I think that takes care of Ms. Cook.
Okay. Okay. Anything with Ms. Foster's?
Yep. On Schedule C, Diane reports this property in Hawaii, and that's all well and good, but she doesn't report her property at on Clubside Drive. Let me see what's the address.
Right. Her home residence. Mm-hmm.
Her home residence, and I don't know the. Let me see. I made a copy of the front page of the mortgage. But there she refinanced in 2012 to the State Employees Credit Union, and I don't know if she has to report that or not.
Yeah. I think if they're the lender, we don't do business directly with them.
Okay, well, I wasn't.
Right.
Well, of course, I don't know whether state employees might have sold the loan either. So, I mean, in other words,
True too, right?
that could possibly be. I think that was all I had on Diane.
Okay. For clarity, you got that.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. All right. So then I'm moving over to Miss Fuller.
Okay. There was, I think, one little thing wrong. Miss Fuller. I think She seems to be. I don't think I saw anything with Ms. Fuller. I think hers looks pretty good.
Right. Okay, anybody else on Ms. Fuller stuff? Okay. Then Mr. Vigliotti.
And Mr. Vigliotti, I only found, I think, one thing with him. Yeah, when he didn't report Schedule C, he indicated that he resides at 220 Grand Drive, and that's owned by Raymond Vigliotti, which might be his father or grandfather or brother.
Right.
But he didn't cite that or give it. I mean, in other words, it very clearly says as owner or a tenant. So I mean, I would assume that he would be a tenant in that property, and that was not disclosed.
Okay.
I can't remember if he in previous years whether he disclosed that or not.
I don't recall either, but yeah, Raymond has the interest, and I know he lives there, so we can just ask him to put that on there, Clara.
I think the rest of it is okay.
Yep. Any other issues with Mr. Vigliotti's? Okay.
None here.
No, I had nothing.
So do we want to basically say that if the changes are made that have been cited here, that these forms can be considered certified then without reconvening our group?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I agree.
All right. Okay, well then that's what we'll consider out of that, and Claire can mark the minutes accordingly to that. And then we have our next meeting, because now our meetings become ones to review the campaign finance report, which, as I read them all of them are self-funding at this point in time, so they shouldn't be that complicated. However, we just have to review the expenditures and things like that. Once you make a self-funding statement, the new law, remember we changed it in the last couple of years, says that you cannot change. So they can accept funds now. So it should be straightforward for us to deal with. Claire, when is the next meeting that we have for the ethics board?
April 21st.
Okay. And so everybody has that on their calendar. And the time is on that is what?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. Okay. Okay. Does the board have any questions for Clara or I?
Clara, that was April what? 21st.
April 21st.
Okay.
Yes.
Nope, I'm good.
Good.
I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you all. And I guess for the benefit of the, if there's any public watching this, the campaign finance reports are available at City Hall, and our board is going to get them in paper form in their meetings so that they will have it. And Clara, I know in past elections, we posted those on the website. Is that still a plan for this one or not?
Yes, it is.
So after they're approved, which will be after these changes are made, you will be able to view them on the websites. So very good. Well, gang, it's great to see you all. And I'll see you in a month or so as the election season moves ahead.
Sounds
All
good
right.
to me.
Thank
All
you,
right.
everyone.
Thanks, Egg.
All right, y'all take care. All right. Clara's got it done. Okay. Have a great day, people.
Okay.
Thanks.
Signing off.